I feel like that's almost what golf is missing.
Literally. One of the best conversations I've ever had.
Ever.
Oh, wow.
No, so
That's a
can
big
I just
shout.
say,
Do you even play golf, bro?
All right, guys, we are back with our second podcast. We have Mia Baker and Ollie Robinson. They're here all the way from England. This is going to be really, really good. I'm excited for this one.
thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for coming.
Your
You're
house is
welcome.
beautiful and I love your dog.
He's the best.
I'm the steak.
Mistake.
You probably can't see him, but he's laying down right there.
He's smushed in the
He's
carpet.
blended in with the fluffy rug and the fluffy.
Oh, yeah,
literally
you're
love
right.
him
He's
so
just
much.
part of the environment down there.
Oh, yeah. Bed,
He's
rug,
fixed,
coffee table, mulligan. The same thing. He's the
Well, he likes
best.
you guys because he's right next to you.
Yeah.
So start
weird.
calling me Mulligan soon. So.
Mulligan.
Well, you took a couple mulligans today. No, I'm
No,
joking.
we're
I'm joking.
I'm sorry. I don't
No,
remember
actually,
that.
we did really, really well. We had a great time out there. It was so much fun. We filmed for her YouTube channel, 9 Holes, and then we filmed for my YouTube channel, 9 Holes. The first 9 holes that we did,
It was tough.
Yeah, I don't know if this video will come out before or after, but it was, first 9 was tough.
The weather out here is crazy. I thought it was going to be beautiful, sunny, still. I was going to play American
Yeah.
golf. It was like playing in Scotland, except really humid, hot, and
Yeah.
British
sweaty.
Open golf.
So it was,
Yeah, I
it was
think.
like playing links golf.
Yeah, no, the wind is usually pretty tough here, but today was 15 to 20 mile an hour winds.
100 mile
It
an
was
hour
crazy.
at least. It
100
was like
miles.
driving
No,
down the
it was-
motorway.
It was a cat 3.
How'd y'all play today?
Well, the first 9 was
Tough.
rough, and the back 9 we played really, really well.
Until I had a drink, a devil drink.
Oh,
This is the drink.
Wait, did you get worse or better?
No, you just
No, I
got better.
peaked and then it hit
Oh.
me.
Crash.
And I
Okay.
thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
I'm not going to laugh.
What?
The messages I got, I was like, what the hell is she?
Oh, were you texting him
Yeah, she
your
texted me,
condition?
Just had this drink. I was like, what?
So
Yeah.
basically what happened is like, I was like, oh, you should try Celsius because they had them at the turn. And Celsius is like, if you don't know, it's kind of like a Red Bull. It's like a drink that's really got caffeine in it and it's like got
I
no
did
sugar.
not know this. I just
Right.
thought it was like a normal
And you would
kind
ask,
of
you would
drink.
ask her, do you have Celsius?
And
Do
she's
you-
like, yeah, we do Celsius. We don't do Fahrenheit. I'm like,
No. That's great. That's
It was
actually
great.
great.
So clearly she had no idea what she was getting into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I did warn you though. I did say this has like an insane amount of caffeine. Like this is like 3 coffees. Like I was like,
You didn't say
this-
the 3 coffee. You just said this has got an insane amount of
Yeah.
caffeine. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
You know, I think I did warn you though. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure you really want to have this? She had it. And she was like, it's
No,
4 out
she-
of 10.
She didn't just have it.
No,
No,
but the
I
first,
just
no,
downed
but
it.
the first
Oh, you
sip.
chugged it.
Yeah,
No,
no,
she-
Oh no,
Yeah.
no Celsius.
I
She
downed
put it
it.
down.
No, the
like-
first
you
sip.
can't down it.
No, but
You
the
can't
funny
do
thing
that.
was the first
She
sip
did it.
she
She
had,
did it.
she was like, this is a 4 out of 10. And I was like, you really don't like it? She's like, I mean, it's fine. And then literally the
Yeah,
next
but
2
I was
shots, the whole thing was
thirsty.
done.
Yeah, you were. Yeah,
I was
'cause
just
you-
thirsty. I just thought
yeah.
it was a drink, and I was like, it's quite strong, but whatever.
And so I think because you put it down so fast, you probably didn't feel it for a little bit. Because,
Yeah.
No.
And then just boom.
Yeah.
I was
boom, she
like on
goes
this
and she
rise.
just-
She had like a birdie. She was like,
they were scrambling a hole, and it was all Mia. Like Mia
She
hit the
was
drive
just-
like 300 yards, put it to the pin, hit the putt. Gabby's like, I don't have to do anything.
I didn't have to hit.
And then 2
I didn't have to
holes
hit.
later, she's like on the floor, laying in the middle of the fairway, like she's like, that drink, I don't feel good. It's like,
you also didn't eat anything. So that's another
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
like,
it
when
was
you
Oh
have
just-
that-
yeah, that'll do it. You
But
don't
I
need
couldn't
nothing?
get it out my system.
Well, I will say, number one, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Sick.
thanks
It's
for
great to
having
have
us.
you. And you haven't been playing golf for like that long, have you?
No, not that. Nowhere near as long as you've been playing for like 14 years.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
made you get into it? Like, what sparked your interest?
Ex-boyfriend's dad. Sorry, Ollie.
Really?
sorry.
Wow.
At least she made it clear.
Yeah.
His dad was like really into golf and took me on a golf course for the first time, and I was like, "It's so pretty, I love it."
How long ago? Like,
This was in like the back end of 2019, but I didn't play. I just went on a golf course and they played.
gotcha.
got it.
Gotcha.
so you
Yeah.
just enjoyed being out there, just like,
Yeah, I just
I
thought
love
it
it,
was.
yeah.
I
That's, like, the
also
best
was
way.
like, oh, so this is where people hang out. I
Yeah.
didn't know. I just wondered where everyone went.
yeah,
the
yeah.
golf course.
Why is everybody gone for like the entire day? They leave me and I just sit here.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't been playing for that long, but recently you went to the last Ryder Cup.
Yeah, it was actually both of our first ever Ryder Cup.
How was that?
Cool.
It was epic, wasn't it? It was like going to football, but on every single hole. The
I love
atmosphere,
that.
Yeah.
atmosphere was just
Yeah.
wild.
So
Have you
you'd
been
say
to a Ryder Cup?
Never
before?
been. No.
Oh my god. It's-
President's Cup. Did you go to the President's
No,
Cup?
I never went to the. You went. I didn't
Oh.
go. I would love to go see that. What would you say like versus a regular PGA Tour tournament? Like, I would bet that it's just like so much more fun.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
at 7 a.m. people are like,
I love that. I love that.
chanting, singing.
It's like such a different atmosphere.
yeah. People are rooting for a team. There's only one
Yeah.
team you can choose
Yeah.
Right.
for.
I feel like that's almost what golf is missing.
Literally.
Because
it
like
actually
that is like that for me would be so much more fun to watch. I feel like for most people, like they get so hyped up about this stuff
Yeah.
because we don't have teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I guess Live Golf has teams, but like if you really had teams, like in basketball, where you could like root for the team and just be like, I love this team. I am die
Yeah.
hard.
But it's just two teams. Like realistically, you could have in golf multiple teams,
Oh,
but only
yeah.
two play against each other at a
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be
That,
so
There's so
cool.
many different ways they could take it, though. There really is.
Yeah.
Like it's endless.
Yeah, no, for sure. The Ryder Cup, like, it's interesting to watch, especially whenever they're having it overseas and you're getting up like from here.
Yeah.
You're getting up at like, you know, whatever 8 in the morning, and then you figure out what the score is or
Yeah.
who's winning, because it's totally different time zones. I don't know if did they have the Ryder Cup last year did they have it here? I think they had it in the United
It was
States.
in America, but it was
Yeah,
like
last year.
COVID, and so there was like no European fans. So it was
Right. Because nobody gets to
quite
go over
hard.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's no fans of your country, I think it's so much more difficult. Like
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
ride on that adrenaline.
Right.
So you
Right.
should go to American Ryder Cup because
Yeah.
you'll probably win.
I don't know. I don't follow it that much. I wish I followed it more. Like I don't know. Does Europe usually win?
You
No.
won last time. No,
Oh.
we've not won for
31 years ago was the last time we won.
Oh,
Really? And you
Yeah.
just make sure you guys won this time, right?
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of it. I was super.
Like, you guys
I
wasn't
I
even
was
close.
Yeah. I was super busy. I was.
Do you even play golf, bro?
I swear. I didn't. I wanted to make sure before I said it. I actually don't watch a lot of PGA Tour.
You're
events.
not a person to like sit in. She's not like
I
a
don't
person to
do
sit in
that.
front of the TV
Yeah.
and watch golf.
Mm.
She just really doesn't.
Yeah. I just.
It's not
You
because you
wanna
don't
play it.
enjoy
No.
golf. It's
You're out
just
there
just
playing.
you're
Yeah,
out there
I-
playing. You're out there doing stuff. It's like, oh, let me sit for 4 hours and watch.
No,
That's not.
I
She just
wish
does
I had the
golf.
time, but I just don't, I either don't have the time or just like if I do have the time, I'm gonna fill it with something else. I just like
Because you're golf all the time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Or you're playing a tournament during that.
Right.
You know.
I
during
think
that time.
actually I was playing a tournament on that day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great excuse. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah, that works. You go with that.
I swear.
Yeah, you were.
I actually was that time. But I wish I watched more golf. I don't really. I
Do you
should
want to
probably.
play on tour? Is that your goal?
Whatever happens, happens. I'm taking it one step at a time. Like right now, I just want to focus on the social media thing. Like that is my passion right now. And I've always played golf and I'll continue to play junior golf tournaments. I'll continue to do those and I'll continue to strive to get D1 college. But like after that, I don't know, so much can happen in that time. I don't know if it's where I'm at right now that's what I'd want. Right now, I just don't know,
But maybe you thought that was your only opportunity in terms
Right.
of working in golf.
That's
until
exactly what
you
it is.
started
Right.
doing
Now I've
social.
done this and I feel like there's a different way. You could still be in golf without competing on the LPGA Tour or PGA Tour, which I think is incredible that now that's opening up and now you just don't have to just be on the
Yeah.
But also think about how much impact you've had positively on so many
You too,
young
though.
girls.
No, you're
You're
No.
different. You're
There's
different.
no, I would say we're probably the closest similarities.
Yeah.
Just
I saw
positivity.
you starting and I was like, this girl's unreal. Because not
Thank
only
you.
are you just like a normal girl, you're not like, you know,
Thanks.
but you're exceptional at what you do.
Thank
And that's
you, I
very
appreciate that.
inspiring. And you have videos where people can watch that. Obviously, these girls on tour, unless you're watching it on TV,
Right.
you can't see it.
I agree. Yeah.
And social can get in front of so many people so quickly.
I know it's really something that I think I would encourage the PGA Tour and especially LPGA Tour to start doing. 'Cause
Why
I
don't
think-
they? Why? Like I don't. I'm not educated in this space.
No,
so
me
what,
either,
What it,
but I
what
mean, a
is,
little bit, but-
like, what's wrong with the social media and LPGA or PGA? Like, why don't they? Do you know why they
Do
don't?
you know?
Yeah, it seems
Do it.
like they're not. They don't push their players to really do that, right?
It seems
I
like
don't see it.
I would
really.
say I got so many comments that like if like, oh, you know, you're doing the podcast, you're doing not podcast, but you're doing all these other stuff on YouTube now, like vlogs and stuff like that. If you want to be on the LPGA tour, you better stop that. Like people were commenting like they don't like that stuff. Like I've seen so many people talk about like you can't do that if you're on the LPGA. I would think they would
that's-
want
But
that.
who's saying that though?
Oh, the people.
Yeah, you don't
the
know
people,
who's
of course. Comments you don't want to read too much into because a lot of it is like not real. But I've seen so many people talk about that, like people that are in that space say like, oh yeah, no, they don't do that. They just like don't do that.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know. What's your experience with that?
I think, well, I don't know if this is true or not, but my understanding is maybe the people at LPGA or PGA who are doing their social media aren't young people who use social media. Maybe they're a bit older and they're putting what they think they should be putting out. Also, people love to follow a personality.
Right.
How can a brand represent so many personalities unless they pick, say, 5 or something and really hone in on them?
Yeah.
They kind of need to help support the individuals themselves in terms of building up their own socials and
then
getting
everyone
that
will benefit off
relatability.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
You have to remember, like PGA is a business as well,
Mhm.
so they
Right.
want their players to just focus
Do
on their
what they do.
business.
That's a
Which
good
makes
point.
sense.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's also how they make money. It's how the players make money. It's how everybody benefits. But I will say, like, there are sports. I don't know much about cricket, so I don't know if, like, that's big. But, like, there are sports that, you know, you're rooting for a team, you're rooting for a player. People want to know, like, what does that player have that, you know what I mean? What makes them so great?
How did they get there?
Yeah, like, you want to know the story. When
And I
I
think
watch
it's
basketball, I see that.
Well, the basketball, for example, I don't know how cricket is. I know PGA Tour is like this, where you get the quality of the player, but then you see their personality. Like basketball, NBA especially,
Oh, yeah.
they highlight their
Oh,
personality, their emotion, and their
Yep.
character, what they're wearing coming into the game,
I
and
love
people
that. Yeah.
get attached to it right away.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
is cricket like that or not really?
Not really. It's a bit like the PGA, where
Is it?
you have to sort of abide by the overriding rules of who you work for. I think NBA is so good in the fact their players can wear who they want when they turn up. And I
Yeah.
love
And it wasn't always like that.
Was it not?
No.
Oh, NBA, they had to wear like suit and tie.
What changed? Like what got them from...
I don't know exactly. I think just the times changed, and then people like gave into that, and then social media, and then new commissioner and stuff like that, and just they started embracing more culture in the game and more global. So,
Right.
But then you always see anything that's successful, people will follow suit. So is it not inevitable that the rest of the sports are going to follow suit?
Yeah, and I
hope so.
think golf is one, maybe cricket also, that is just such an old cultured sport that
Which
it's,
Especially
it's,
in Netflix now and all these like the F1 and
Yeah.
what's it called? Golf swing?
Full swing?
Full
I think
swing.
so.
yeah, that helps it.
Yeah, no,
That helps
it's
it. But
just like me with the Ryder Cup. We don't.
yeah, but people love that Netflix.
They love
They
it.
loved
Yeah.
it. They couldn't get enough of
Because-
it.
It got mainstream.
And it's
Oh, yeah.
because they were able to see behind the scenes with the
Exactly. The
person.
people.
Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Right.
That's usually the story.
Yeah.
Not just the action. It's like kind of like, so me and her were having a huge conversation about fishing earlier.
Huge conversation.
Yeah, it got
One of
really
the
deep.
best conversations
Like-
I've ever had.
Yeah. Oh, I mean,
Oh,
you were-
wow.
No, so
That's a
can
big
I just
shout.
say,
Yeah.
I like to learn
Sorry,
a little
bro.
bit about
Ever.
ever.
I'm so sorry.
No, so I knew, like, I like to know a little bit about everything so I could at least have a vague conversation.
No,
I
you
couldn't.
just had a bunch of good questions about fishing.
Yeah, no, she
I was
did.
like, wow.
He blew my mind.
So when you go
It's
back
gonna
to
sound really
England-
weird, blew my mind about squid.
Yeah, you're going to be teaching people in England about squid now when you go back.
It's
Squid.
crazy.
You're going to sound like Davis, as educated as Davis on squid.
Yeah.
It's literally like squid trading in the sea. Yeah. Confused. Watch his video.
Catching giant
it's gonna
squid.
Be great.
Oh, yeah, go watch it.
You're
Go
reeling
watch
up
it.
a giant squid, another squid comes and eats it. You
Yeah,
were just
I didn't even know squid eat squid, but apparently they are.
Yeah, I didn't know
they
that
do.
either.
Crazy.
like cannibals.
Yeah.
It's kinda gross.
Davis is just the man of all wisdom when it comes to that stuff. He's just educating all of us
He
here
knows-
at
he
this
knows
thing.
a lot
Well,
about
I've
it.
just been fortunate enough to see it.
Oh, yeah, no,
you know,
it
like you
is
see
incredible,
everything
yeah.
like that, and it's just I don't know, it's wild.
Like a squid the size of me, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's about the
crazy.
size of you.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, anyway, blew my mind. Fantastic conversation.
Yeah.
Would highly recommend.
Yeah, you
Let's do
guys
it.
can see the picture right there. Like it's big, so you
Yeah.
know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's huge. It's crazy. But yeah, I feel like you could. There's just so much they could do. I think with I'm sure with cricket as well, is like you want somebody to follow that team or the player. They want to see, like, I know when I use this a lot because my brother, like, is obsessed with basketball, and he's like wants everything that the PGA Tour players, NBA players are like wearing. Like, what are they wearing before the game, pre-game, after the game? What rings are they wearing? What hats are they wearing? What should like?
And it's costed a lot of money.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
For
Yes,
me.
yes, yes. But he is so like he looks up to them. He wants to be like them, and it's just and I think it's because you see their personality, you see what they like, you see what they really. Who they are besides the basketball.
How would you feel if someone was following you around for all of it? Because you're there to play cricket, but then you're now expected to share everything about your life.
Like Netflix. What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, like these basketball players.
Or like pre-game, post-game.
everything.
Interviews and all that stuff.
Well, I don't know if they're sharing everything about their life necessarily.
No,
but
it's edited, doesn't it, as well?
yeah, it's just pre-game, post-game, what they're
whatever
wearing, that type of stuff. Like, that would be, you would like that.
Yeah, we kind of have it, but like it's just not posted like it is over here. I think sport over here is at such a higher level than it is in England. And like you say, you see everything on their socials or whatever it is. I mean, the guys in the England team look at NBA players, what they're wearing, and we try and copy them. And it's just NBA, American sport is at such a higher level than English sports in that sense.
Yeah.
So Mia, I got to ask you, like, before you started with golf, you said you started golf in late 2019. What did you do before that? Like, what was your thing?
I worked in tech.
Tech.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was working at a genetic testing company before whilst I started golf, and then building like apps and platforms.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Did that help with social media? Like when you started social media?
No.
No, not at all. That's usually how it works.
Really.
So you graduated college or university when?
I graduated in 2016.
2016, and then you worked for how long before you were able to say, I could do golf social media full time?
So I went into my first job. Basically, I'm like, I like to do things quickly, and if I'm ready, I want to do them. Whereas if you go into the working world, you have to go through every year and go at the pace the companies want you to. And I'm a bit more like, I'm ready, let's go.
Right.
And I wasn't moving fast enough. So I would move companies really quickly because I just felt like I wanted to do more and no one was giving me more to do. Mm-hmm. And then probably was working for like 3 or 4 years. And golf had kind of started, and then I said to myself, I'm not going to leave my job until I'm earning the same money as my job, because financially I couldn't really afford that. And then I basically got burnt out from my job and was like, I'm taking a summer sabbatical. And that was my way of saying, okay, you can try doing this golf stuff for real.
But when did you realize, as you're working, sitting in an office, you're like, maybe I could do this instead of my job?
I don't think I ever realized it.
You never thought that?
It was like my summer sabbatical was me trying it, but in my head I was like, because I'm going to go back to work. And then it was like
in between jobs, you're saying?
Yeah, and then I was like not working in a classic job for a year, and I was like, it's my gap year. I can always go back to work. Like in my mind still now, I'm like, if anything happens, I can always go back to work. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't.
Yeah, no, that's still a good mentality to have, just in case. You always gotta have some sort of a plan B.
Yeah. But it is a career. Like the amount of work that goes into doing like this setup is insane, guys. It's like I've never seen so many cameras in front of my eyes. Like
it's a lot of work. Davis has done a lot of work here.
Put his work in, for sure.
I don't know what I'm doing, but hopefully this works out.
He's never said
the audio may not even be working right now. We don't
really know.
But the thing is,
not even hear anything we're saying.
All of this takes planning. Then you have to think about what you're going to speak. Then you have to plan how you're going to organize people to get here.
It's a job.
Then you sit here and you film it for God knows how many hours. Then you got to go through and edit it. Then you think about posting it, and that's one video that you guys watch in 45 minutes and may go, yeah, that was fine.
Yeah.
You know? And it's all that time to get to that point.
Yeah.
That was a great explanation.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, like, she's saying exactly what I want to say.
At the end she said, yeah, that was fine. That's exactly how it is. Like, because
but that's when we appreciate all these kind comments saying, oh, we loved it, or wow, that's incredible,
they feel
or
good,
or like, I really liked you doing that, please could you do more of it? Like they're the comments that you want to read because you're like, oh, you're
because we put so much work into it. It's like, wow, people really do understand, and they do respect it, and they do respect hard work, because I think you can't see through the video how much time and how much effort, although it's only like whatever, maybe 10 to 45 minutes video, you can really see how much work that's put in. And when people do acknowledge it, it feels so good. It's like, wow, somebody does understand, you know?
Because you're there to entertain as well. Like, even filming a golf video, guys, filming golf YouTube is so freaking hard. Like, my golf game goes from here to pretty rock bottom very quickly.
Mine does too. It's so hard to manage. I mean, I do like managing a lot of things, but it is distracting.
Yeah, and like self-filming as well is really tricky. And like, my camera went through the bushes about 12 times today until Ron decided he was actually not going to sit in the buggy watching us struggle. He'd actually come out and help film.
Well, he's very helpful.
Ron is a great videographer. I'm not going to lie.
He actually,
he's the best substitute
I'm nervous with
ever.
this stuff because I got a boss who's
like
Davis is my boss. He's my critic.
But when he
if I screw this up, Davis is gonna be mad at me.
He did a very good job, though. I saw the angles he was getting. It was professional.
Oh yeah, your dad always.
But when he got my camera, he was like, I don't know where anything is. I don't understand any of the buttons. I'm like, just press the red one.
What camera do you have?
It's the Sony
A7S?
I don't know.
It was super heavy.
It was like, all of my dad can tell you.
Interesting.
Clearly, I just got told what to buy. But
no, I have seen it actually. I think it's the Sony A7 or something.
No, it's not.
No,
it's a Sony like ZVE1. Is that one?
Oh, she does like mommy. Wait, you say Z instead of Z, right? My mom does the same thing.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying Z. Oh, Z.
ABC.
Z is 3 letters, right?
Yeah, Z-E-D.
3 letters?
Z-E-D-D. Like the singer, Zed.
Yeah, that's one thing I never, my wife says that. I'm like, how are you getting 1 letter and saying 3 letters? How does that make sense?
Zed. I love that word. It's just a great word. It's
not a word.
No, it's a word. It's a word.
Is it a word or a letter?
It's a letter.
So there's 3 letters in the letter.
No, it's just Z.
No,
No,
but that's a
Z.
word.
Yeah, Z.
Yeah, but you could say Z-E-E. That's a word.
No.
So you're saying
Z.
a word,
You're
and we're
Z.
saying a letter.
You're saying something with pronunciation and syllables, right?
We've got Gabby's mum dancing in the background. She's like, finally, someone who said Z as well.
I just want to understand this. So Z is a D at the end, right?
I feel like when you write, when it's Z, it's kind of like understood.
Yeah, now.
Exactly.
Isn't that the first thing you thought of?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was like, there's definitely more than 1 letter.
Yeah, it's 3 letters. It's Z-E-D. It's a name.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like it's like a whole nother language, but it's not.
Yeah.
Right? It's English.
We were just going through
It's
all
actually
the
where
words,
our
and I was
language
like,
derived from.
whoa. She's like, oh, where's the loo? I'm like, the loo? You mean the bathroom?
Yeah.
The restroom?
Where's the loo?
Do you know what I find crazy is we know all the American words, but
That's
you
true.
don't know the British ones.
Well, you understand, our language derived from yours, right?
Well,
and you don't know ours.
I was saying to her, I said, okay, I understand. Like, we took your language, we kind of mangled it up.
Yeah.
But Z is kind of mangling up.
Yeah, Z is
That one
like
we
that.
mangled.
Yeah.
We mangled that one.
And so did the
They gave
Canadians.
me that blank look, and I was like,
Well,
Are you speaking
I was
another
like, do you
language?
even know cameras?
yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't know Zed.
No, I don't know Z.
He's not familiar with Sony AZ.
Yeah, Sony AZ.
It's a new camera, Davis.
I saw that you wrote a children's book.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's incredible.
So what inspired you to do that?
So I wrote it on a plane whilst I was going up to the Women's Open, and I just was like, "Oh, I'd really like to write something for children because
Called Just Don't Give Up.
Yes, because I was going through a time whereby my golf was really frustrating me, and I was thinking, I bet loads of other people feel this way, and I was like, how can I help adults remember not to give up? Because as an adult, you're probably quicker to say, I'll do something else. And then I was like, it's also very good for kids. And then that's like a really nice bonding time. I don't have kids, but if I did have kids, I can imagine it's a very nice bonding time. And then it's going to be like something that resonates with both the child and the adult at the same time.
Yeah. No, that's great.
And I just think it's really sweet.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to write another one?
Yeah, I've written another one.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, which is actually about a disability golfer. So it's inspired by someone I know who lost like an arm and a leg when he was young.
Wow.
But like he's amazing at golf.
That's
and then it was like it's like an electric prosthetic leg in the book.
Oh, really?
But it's kind of more about the moral being, no matter what you're given in life, and you may have to do things slightly differently, you can still achieve the same goals.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. because everyone, unfortunately, isn't dealt the same set of cards,
Of course.
But it doesn't mean you can't get to where you need to.
Right.
It just has to maybe be a different path.
No, that's so true. It seems like you have a heart for that type of thing.
No, I really believe that everyone can do well, but sometimes people need more support than others. Like, I am very gutted that I started golf so late in life, but like now I've started it, I've had so much support from so many people and I'm so grateful for it. And I feel like it's really important to try and give back in some way, because without all the people I've worked with, no way would I be here. How are you meant to get into these sports?
Yes.
Like, they're expensive.
Especially golf.
Golf. Yeah.
So expensive.
It's insane. It's
and especially
like
as
crazy.
a kid, what, you're going to change your clubs every
year. 6 months.
No, it's
That's
it's
true.
crazy.
Oh my God.
You're 8 years old. By the time you're 13, you've gone you
through
go
every
6
year.
sets.
Every year,
Yeah,
it's a
4 or
new
5
set of
different
clubs.
sets of
How are
clubs.
you meant to do that? Like,
Well, there's, U.S. kids clubs have done a really good job.
Yeah, they've done a great job. That's like what all the kids use. It's like they actually have like a chart, like a height system that you put it on. And like, because I think a big mistake that actually a lot of parents will get like 2 or 3, they're trying to get their 2 or 4-year-old into golf, and they'll get them like the top flight, like really heavy clubs. US kids done like a great job of just making them super light, the height for every kid, like perfect. They're so good for kids, like amazing.
But you also have to buy them every year.
Every year, because every year
you can't like trade them in. You can't say,
I'll
grows
switch. Every time.
I mean, there's some places that may take used clubs, but I think the point is that you're buying a new set for every height.
Yeah.
It's like it gets crazy.
Golf is just it's not like soccer where you just grab the ball and and you just practice your kick.
To enter a tournament when you're 9 is still $100 and $200 to do a tournament.
Yeah,
do you win money then?
No, you're not allowed to.
So what? I thought the point in giving money was so you could win money.
Right.
No kid, no junior could earn money from a golf tournament.
No. So why are you paying so much money?
So that they can, I guess, run the tournament and for themselves.
Yeah.
But
for a 9-year-old.
Well,
and playing, and by the way, playing 9 holes too. Because before 10 years old, you don't actually play 18 holes in US kids tournaments.
Well, US kids, I think, is like 45. You pay like a $200 or $100 entry fee for the season, and then you pay $45 for every.
And then as the kid gets older,
which is affordable.
Yes, but then as the kid gets older,
look, you have to have some sort of like growth in the tournament. But then you go to a regional, and then you have to travel, and then it's the travel starts from. We were going to North Carolina every year
at 6 years old.
From 6 years old
for the World Championships, and the kids would come from Africa, Asia, like everywhere. They had every country there. Every single
playing
person.
like East Coast.
No,
North
it's
Carolina.
No, right in the middle in Pinehurst.
Oh, right in the middle. Yeah. So like kind of mountain golf.
No, Pinehurst is very. It's not flat. It's not like
it's
here. It's
all like
it's hilly, but it's not high altitude at all.
Yeah.
Like Pinehurst is beautiful. Have you ever been to Pinehurst?
No.
Oh my God.
That's a place you got to go.
Really?
Yeah, that's a golf.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah, it's a very quiet town, but the golf courses are really, really nice.
Really?
Yeah, everybody just like it's just chill there, and but it's different. Like Pinehurst is amazing, but at the World Championships when you're 7 is different than just going to Pinehurst.
It's an experience.
It's an experience, like because your whole family comes and all the kids' families come and they're coming to support the kid, and so like all the families are there with like their 7-year-old from all over the world. So they have every kid I think from every country. Like it's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And some of the kids come from China or Asia or wherever with like 8 coaches.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
No
yeah,
they're coming with a whole team of coaches. They're mapping out the course. They're 7 years old.
Junior golf is more
Holy
intense than
moly.
anything I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, junior golf. If you could make it outside of junior golf, you talk about starting early.
You actually don't. Almost
You
sometimes
don't know
you
if
don't
you're going to
want...
make it out.
Yeah.
Because it's just so intense. The tournaments are so intense. I'm sure
But
cricket's
you don't
got to
have
be
to
the
play
same. Any
a
sport is the
tournament.
same.
You don't,
right?
but everyone pressures you too. And then also another thing is you have caddies and all the parents caddy. And then it's like...
But also with golf, like, we've thought about that plenty of times. Like, maybe you don't play tournaments, during... But then, okay, you go and play a tournament at 16 and you don't have the experience on the second, third, fourth day of being able to shoot low, then...
Everyone else.
The kids who are playing tournaments know they have those nerves, right?
But it depends though. Like, do you need to, if you play tournaments at 16 and have never played tournaments before, what's the difference in learning it at 16? But you're still enjoying your golf. Like,
it's just
unless you're trying to get on tour.
I would,
Do you really, does it matter?
Well, no, it doesn't matter. In the scheme of
no.
things, it doesn't matter because the percentages of even making it are very, very small. But if you want to play in college, the colleges want to see that you have played on a big stage and you can perform on a big stage.
Yeah.
That's actually true in America, isn't it? Golf to get into college is massive here.
Yeah.
But
That's what most people are doing it for.
And it's like for colleges, and correct me if I'm wrong, like if you're a high school student and you're playing in high school golf tournaments, I don't even think colleges look at high school golf tournaments.
No, they do not look at high school.
They don't even look at. They don't even care because most of them are 9 holes. You know, unless you go to districts or regionals, they're 9 holes, and they don't even care. You got to play in these statewide tournaments, AJGA.
The way high school golf works is like every other sport, almost every other sport in high school golf or high school sports like basketball, baseball, like they'll look at you. Colleges were like they want to see you on a team, right? But this high school golf is like not important really at all. It's like sometimes depending on which level you're going, but like when it comes to recruiting, they just don't look at it. Like some colleges actually say you shouldn't play high school golf. Like it's so weird.
Well, the competition is not as intense as a travel.
They want you to travel. Right? They want to see how you do. Like obviously they want to see you on a team, but it's different. Like it's confusing. It's just confusing. It really is. You'd think they want to see you on a team because you're playing college, and you'll go into a team. Which for golf, it's an individual sport, so you'd think that the coaches would want to see you on a team, but I don't know. Like they just don't look. They don't even look at it. Don't even count it.
Yeah. No, maybe the state championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. District, regional, state. They might
not even district and regional.
You don't even think so?
Not district and regionals. No.
State championship. If you win the state championship,
right,
that may be something.
They'll look at that. Kid's probably
like qualify for U.S. Amateur, maybe.
But at the same time, the person who wins that state championship is most likely playing at a high level.
Also, there's multiple different divisions, like depending on your school. So like it really just depends on what school you go to, because like there's 1A, 2A, 3A, 1B, 2B, 3B. Like there's so many different.
Yeah. Do you still want to go back in time and start golf?
Yeah.
At 5 years old.
She's like,
it's intense.
Wait.
It's
intense. Do you have to play golf for a college? Like
no,
you don't have to.
Why do you have to go through that system? Could you not just go to the tours?
No, you don't need to
go there. No, you don't.
No, you don't necessarily have to. I just think that's what most people do. I honestly, but you're right. Like, but why?
Because if your intentions are to go to college and have an education in college, then golf is a very good way to get into that school and balance out, say, hey, let's say I have good academics, but not great academics, but because I play golf and I'm a really good golfer, they combine those things and say, we really want this kid in the school.
But if you just want to play golf then and don't really care about the academics, then you don't need to follow that pathway. And
you don't need to follow that path. Of course you don't need to. But then your aspiration is, okay, I'm going to go play professionally.
Which means you have to have tournaments under you.
And then just like any other sport, like what's the likelihood of making that?
If you don't have all
like
that.
Even Tiger Woods played college golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then from there went to win the U.S. Amateur, and then went into the PGA Tour. It's just kind of, it's like college is kind of like college golf is like kind of the next step. I feel like it's the bridge.
Yeah, there's some people that don't do college golf. They just go right to the tour. But I guess people say that sometimes it's better to have like the social element and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But also like
it's different for everyone.
You don't go to college, you try to make a professional career and then you get injured.
What happens
then? Do you go back to school? So that's how I
understand it from like saving your back point of view, but I'm just saying, like, is that the only pathway for someone?
So I'm more in agreement with what you're alluding to, which is if you have a love or passion for something, just go do that. If you can, go do that. And college is not for everyone. Maybe you want to try and be pro or whatever it is you should try and go for. I think you should try and go for whatever you want. But I think the way people think of things here, if I'm mistaken, tell me, college, you go to college, right? You have to find your way through college.
I think society is super strange because they want you to follow your passion, do what's right for you, but then, you have to do it in the lines of that society set, which is really confusing.
It is confusing. So confusing.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Like, you're just wrong. everything you do is going to be wrong.
Yeah. So follow your love, follow your passion, even if your passion is completely off of what you should be doing. And if you are going to follow that passion, make sure that you're within the lines. Because if you're not within the lines, then you've got nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, well, what?
You wonder why so many young people are so confused, don't know what to do, stressed. Like, am I going to make the right decision or the wrong decision? Because it's like a be all end all.
Look, I've seen so many kids just in my profession. I've seen so many kids come out of school and try and place them in jobs. And I would say 70% of the kids coming out of school, entry-level kids, they have no idea what they want to do. Yeah. And they just spent $150,000 on school. So now it's like, you don't know what you want to do?
Exactly. Yeah. But why would you know? Because there's a gazillion different, like, your job is really odd, but like, it's a job that no one would ever thought of. The thing is, I didn't know what my passion was. And I think there's so many people who don't know what their passion is. So it's all very well saying, follow your passion, when you're like, what the frick is my passion?
Right.
Yeah. And I think there's also, too, a lot of people who actually do know what their passion is, but don't know how to turn it into something to make money.
Mm-hmm. Like, and it's a risk if you're getting to a certain age and you've got a mortgage and you've got a family to pay for.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's not as simple as just following it.
No, the safest bet is to do your job, go to school. If you have a passion, start with
follow
that passion.
it.
Do it on
take
the side.
The first step. Not even on the side. It's like, take the first step, you know? Don't take a leap, you know?
Yeah, you don't just cut school.
Yeah.
I was in there for 6 months while doing
with three people here that just like left school.
We're just like,
I feel smarter in this room than I've ever felt in my life. Usually I'm not the smartest person in the room.
I agree. I feel like it's calculated risks. It's following what you love, but like you don't know exactly what that could turn into. So just taking it one step at a time.
Yeah.
And really just like, that's why I say like LPGA Tour, I don't know like if that's what I love. When I get there, is that really what I'm going to love? Am I going to have other options that I do end up loving a lot more? Like, I don't know. Like,
but I think you're making options right now for yourself.
Right.
Like,
so I'm taking one step at a time and whatever happens, like maybe I do say, holy cow, I really want to be on the LPGA Tour. I want to compete. I miss it. I love it. I want to do it. And then there may be a part of me that was like, oh, you know what? I actually don't want to do that anymore. Like, I don't know, you know?
But that's the thing. Like, you take the first step. You don't know where the last step is.
Right.
You don't know where the 50% through the journey is going to be. You could be anywhere. Mm-hmm. You could be anywhere. The LPGA could be exactly what you want, or it could not be.
And it may just not like, I'm the only reason I say is like, I don't know is because like right now it's not my passion to like all the way. But in 6 years from now, I may say like, that is what I want to do. Like, it changes all the time.
Well, you're also going to be older.
Yeah, right. So it's like, I don't know. You kind of got to, like, calculated
risk.
Yeah, one step.
Well, and speaking of, like, previous jobs, you said you were a web developer, basically?
No, so a product manager. So I work with developers.
Okay, so you basically, what were you? You were making applications, apps?
Yeah.
So were you all custom coding applications?
I know how to code because I learned it at uni. And
you know how to code?
We did Python.
You did Python?
R, and then obviously HTML, CSS.
Yeah.
But my dad's a developer, so it's like he has a lot of these coding books and.
Right.
He just, I see it all the time on his computer.
So I read that your dad was a professional gamer?
So I read that too. I also read that I have a sister called Charlotte.
True?
Not true and not true.
Not true.
No.
That would have been cool though.
That is such
Golf
a weird
Digest
article because they gave
saw that,
me.
didn't we, like a few weeks ago?
It was a Golf Digest.
Online is so weird. Like there's so many weird
So
stories.
this is not true.
No, my dad read that and he was like, "I'm not a professional gamer." I was like, "I know, I didn't write that, Dad. I don't know where that came from."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, he's just.
Well, if he was, Mikey would be down here in 2 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
no, but he does game a lot. But he's not professional.
Oh, so he does.
He's a gamer, but that's
what
like.
What is he gaming? Like what?
Every game ever.
Like NBA 2K?
So it sounds pretty professional.
No, like my dad, this podcast setup is literally the house set up to play games together. There's like these proper microphones and stuff.
Sounds professional to me. I don't
it's
know.
professionally amateur. No, it's not professional, but my whole childhood was gaming. When I was at uni, my dad was like, "You're not playing games enough with me," and I was like, "Dad, I'll try and play every Sunday." Like,
is he good?
Yeah, he's good. My
What does he
brother's
play?
good. My brother is trying to make VR games at the moment. Like,
Oh wow.
Oh, is he a gamer?
It sounds like you guys are professionals. Like
There's nothing professional about
We're too
us.
quick to judge Golf Digest to say it's not true.
It's
Like,
not true.
This sounds like it's true.
it sounds like it's true.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
true.
I mean,
No.
you're
It's
talking
true.
about VR, like setups like this podcast just for
That's gaming. That's professional gaming.
Mia,
It is.
you gotta be honest.
Okay.
How old's your brother? You have a brother? How old is he?
Yeah, I've got a brother and a stepbrother. My brother is 20. Keeps getting older every year. I'm going to say
Yeah.
24, 25.
Oh, okay. So it's
Something like that.
close to. So what's the goal for the golf? What would you call yourself right now?
See, this is the question we've just been talking about.
See?
I would not know that I would be in my position like 4 years ago. So when you say,
Right.
oh, what do you think you're going to do in 10 years' time?
Right.
It's like, I don't even know what the options are because I'm taking it one step at a time.
But you
Exactly.
could also,
And I don't think you need to know what you call yourself. Like, I honestly don't know what I'd call myself either. Like, there's multiple things that people do, you know? It's just like kind of.
But it also depends that whatever title you give, someone can judge you immediately. So
Right.
when I say, oh, I'm Mia and I studied maths, people are like, whoa, so cool. And then I say, oh, I'm Mia, I make golf videos. And they're like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, they've judged me in two totally separate
Right.
ways.
Oh, yeah.
Really fast. And it kind of sets them up on how they perceive me in everything I do.
right.
And it's probably the same for you. So it's really difficult to, like, what do
I
you...
get the question about you all the time now. Everyone asks me, what does Mia do? And I'm
What
like,
does she do?
everything.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
also,
golf?
you
Like-
said when you met me.
Good
you didn't-
answer, Ollie.
Yeah.
Good
That's
answer.
a
Everything,
really
yeah.
good answer.
Yeah, that was like.
Everything fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
she does
amazing.
everything, and she does everything very well.
I know this is going to be a stupid question, but like, obviously you guys use way different metrics, right? But like, I can't imagine. Do you guys actually convert them for us? Because like, we're not converting
She thought
them.
the whole round. She was in yards and I was in
I
meters.
just,
Yeah.
I thought the entire round she was in meters.
Just calculating.
And
And
then
the
she
beautiful
was just
mind. Just
Yeah, but-
calculating in
So
your
do you
head.
play in yards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought it's always taught to us that like, I don't know, I feel like
But the rangefinder does go to meters, right?
yeah, no, it does.
but
But I thought she was
golf is yards worldwide, isn't it?
no.
If
We're
you're
so
counting in your-
ignorant. We're like
if you're
everybody's
counting in
converting
yards,
for
yes.
us.
If
Wait,
you, if
so-
you, so for example, if you go to Australia to
It's so
play
funny,
golf and
man.
you're counting in yards, yes. But in the BMW Championship, what do they use?
Yeah.
Yards, because it's
Well, no,
British.
because so what
It's
she's
both,
saying is
actually.
British.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Naturally,
what she's
British
saying.
would use yards, but say like someone like Spain, I don't know, would use meters.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
For
what she's
some-
saying. Only in England they use yards.
Not only in England.
Well,
No, no,
well,
In England, do
So
use
that's what I
yards.
was saying. Like in England, they use but yards is not a part of the metrics.
That's what I'm saying.
imperial, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's what I'm saying.
So
So
why
in
would
they
golf,
use
Sounds intense.
They use the imperial system for golf, even in Europe, for the most part, right? They use yards.
yeah, yeah.
You're
They,
telling
we
me
use
or
yards.
asking me?
I'm
You
asking
use
you.
yards.
I know I'm
It's an
asking.
intense question to you.
Really?
Expecting an answer.
Yeah, well, because I've always wondered that, like, why, like, y'all are on the metric system, we're on the imperial system,
and you're using yards in
but
golf.
y'all also use yards for golf
Yeah, see-
instead of meters.
See, driving on the wrong side of the road, using the wrong metrics, it's not for me.
Yeah, Gabby would not do
I
well
would not-
That's why
driving
she's
there.
here.
That's why I'm here.
exactly.
We yards, Fahrenheit, inches, and feet. That's it.
Inches and feet, yeah.
So what would you guys do? I'm so ignorant
Oh,
when
they
it comes
got-
to this stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're
Centimeters.
interested in feet, aren't
Yeah, I like
Meters,
height
right.
would say 5'7".
Yeah.
oh, so you do okay. I'm
We're
so bad
not
with that stuff.
Totally alien, you know. Like they're like, oh my god, what do you call a door? A door. What did you ask us earlier? Oh,
What
number
did I ask
2.
you? Oh yeah, no. That we're on the same page.
we? Still number 2.
We're on
It
same
is
page
the
on
same
that.
language. It's just
Different terminology. Different
I don't
terminology.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's you definitely do see that like even like with Canada or like Australia, like they do use completely different words. Like it's the same words and you could kind of get what they're saying, but it's like completely different.
Yeah, it's the
Like,
same, but
It's
totally
the same, but
opposite.
so different. I'm
Well,
like,
you get that even in different parts of the country.
oh yeah,
Here.
oh yeah.
Like, I can't even think of an example, but people are like, you're saying y'all, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
where
Because
you're
you're
y'all.
from Florida.
from
Yeah.
the South. You say y'all.
Yeah.
And then you have people who say use.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
didn't think
like,
about that.
and then there are people who say you guys, or it's
Yeah.
same idea, Just
same idea, just totally different.
Totally different words.
Right.
Don't worry, Davis will add subtitles for us so you guys can understand.
Yeah, so you guys can understand.
Yeah, and just like you said,
We'll
you guys, I'll put
translate.
y'all.
So
Don't worry.
y'all can understand.
We'll translate.
Wait, say that one more time.
So y'all can understand. Y'all.
I think
Doesn't
I'm the
sound right
best at
coming
doing the
from you.
British accent, and yeah, I think I'm the best at doing the other accent. I'm just
Can you
gonna...
do us a favor, me, and just give us an American accent?
Okay, can you give me one of you speak a sentence?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Um.
I got it. I did one earlier, didn't I? It was really good.
I love that for you, the one you did before. Real 16-year-old American girl.
It's quite a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
And talk
this takes a lot.
Closer to
does.
that mic. You gotta really let them hear.
ASMR.
You know when your mouth opens and no words come
Yeah.
out? Okay. I love that for you.
Nice.
Hey.
That is great. Oh my gosh.
I did it earlier.
That's actually epic.
I love that for you.
I love that.
for
I
you.
appreciate
love that for you.
I
I
connect
appreciate
with
it.
you. I
Yeah.
see you. I love you. I connect with you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
She's American.
Yeah.
I'm American.
Can you do it?
No.
Oh no, we
I won't
gotta
say that.
hear it, Ollie.
No, you have
Come
to
on.
try.
You gotta try.
Do it. I
like-
love that for you.
Like,
For
do
us.
you have
I
more
love-
manly
with the
sentences?
hands, with the
I
little
love
snap.
that for you.
I love that for you.
You got to do the snapping and the,
Yeah.
and the kind of the.
What was it?
I love that for
Really
you.
not
You got to
only
give a little
words.
bit of flair to it.
I
Give me
love
some
that
flair.
for you.
Oh my God, I love that for you.
Oh my god.
He threw in the oh my god.
That is good.
I like it.
Yeah.
That was actually a great podcast.
Yeah, it was good.
It
It
was
was really
really
good.
Was that a podcast that you've ever been on? I mean, you have your own
Yeah,
podcast.
You
But
don't have a. Oh, I do.
you have your own
I
podcast.
talk
right?
to myself a lot, so.
So wait, your
So-
your podcast is you talking
Look,
on
you
your
have
own?
to remember, I'm like a one-man band a little bit. I don't have all you guys.
Yeah, well,
You should
you should.
you should
bring
stay.
some- bring
you should
some-
stay.
Yeah, just
Fully
stay in.
stay.
Florida.
Let's move to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay.
Florida. Oh, I can't do that.
But so wait, you have a podcast.
Yeah, but I've not done much on it for a while, just because like life and it's kind of hard
It's a
on
lot.
your own.
It is very difficult.
On your own, it's like tough. But
Every.
you want to do a podcast?
So now you gotta do Ollie.
Oh, you
Yeah.
gotta go on there.
Ollie wants to do a
Do it.
podcast, and I'll be happier having
But
someone I
and
can
how many
speak with.
podcasts have you been on? Have you been on any other? You were on Rick Shields' podcast, right?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, Pete Finch.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been on quite a few.
Anything
not that much
anything
golf.
similar to this, where
No,
you're
I
hearing
like this
such
one
di-
because it's just more like chatting random
nice,
things,
yeah.
like just random stuff.
yeah, totally random
That's
off.
so nice, right? I love that it's just not like we spoke about fishing.
She's
the
really
fishing.
into the fishing, guys. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
she's
yeah, it's
really
kinda
into
like-
the fishing.
Yeah, I love the fishing.
Like
Man,
she,
it's like you might want to just start fishing.
it's
I
gonna be
don't
a
know.
new passion.
yeah, when you ask me what am I doing in my spare time, I'll
Be fishing.
You fish for
Fishing
squid.
for
Giant
giant squid, and then
I'm
it'll
gonna
use
fish from land.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, land-based fishing. You know, catching a fish from land.
it's impressive. right?
Catching any fish from land is cooler than catching that fish from a boat.
Thank you.
It is.
done it yet,
Thank you,
but
as
I
if as if you just did it. Yeah, thank you. I'm a professional land fisher.
Love the meal, love the house, love the story, love the company, love the golf.
Thank
And
you.
we love
We
you.
love you
Appreciate it.
guys.
Yeah,
And we love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. We
And
really
we really
appreciate it.
appreciated the connection, and we love that for you.
We
And
love that for you.
I love that for
and-
you. I just love that for you.
and we really appreciate you. So it's actually Gabby's bedtime now, so we're gonna have to end.
Not Mikey's. He'll be up till 4.
Yes, actually,
exactly.
it is my bedtime. Thanks for coming. And that's the end of it.